Hey, hello guys. So for this little challenge, well, it's not really a challenge, is it? It's just sort of a workshop for the ISCA members group. I wanted to just record my thoughts rather than just write down at the end after I've forgotten. I thought I'd rather just talk through it and explain my thoughts as I do it. So let's do that. I can't even remember this actress's name, even though I looked just before I pressed record. It's gone. I'm not one for movies and TV much really. I just know that this woman appears in that photo with the chess piece, and I'm really sorry, but I can't remember her name. So I'm not ignorant. I'm not really into too much TV. But yeah, basically she's an actress. That's probably why I don't know her. But she's got a very interesting face, which should be perfect for a good caricature. So the first thing I'm personally looking for, the first thing that stands out without even looking is the eyes. They're wide, very wide apart, and they're very large. She's also got a slender, tapered head shape. Sort of goes down to a long sort of point, an egg with an upside down egg, but more tapered. So that's the sort of thing I'm looking for first, and I'll build off that. So let's just start with some big shapes. I'm just going to sort of loosely sketch in this sort of egg shape. It's like a pointed egg shape, isn't it? Because it's very slight at the bottom. I'm just getting the big shape. Trying to. To be fair, it's probably something you could push more. This is just totally, absolutely rough as it comes. I find if I start going in too detailed, I'll just lose. It'll become too stiff. I'll lose all the life. So I like to just loosely pop in some shapes, basically, just to help my brain see. She's got about 45 fingers there. Let's get rid of a few of them fingers. So, and let's try and establish now. We already know the eyes are big and wide, and the head shape, which I've explained. I'm looking now at the sizes. So if you sort of split it into three, sort of. It's not letting me go above that one. Not letting me go above any of them. Why? Strange. Okay, let's try a different colour. Basically, splitting the head into three parts. So you've got sort of the brow and the forehead, the eyes and the nose, and then the mouth and the chin at the bottom. And I'm trying to work out the distances. So from there to there, from there up, from there down, and that's kind of what I'm looking for. I'll just leave them on, it's okay. And looking at it, we can kind of see that the distance on top is more, and because of the size of her eyes, this is going to be another big part because I need to fit them in. So I'm going to do the bottom, like her chin and mouth, the smallest. Another thing I can see off this photo is obviously this is very important, I think, for grabbing an essence of somebody, is this overbite. The way it's always very important for me to try and incorporate that if possible. to make it look like the person. So if I am doing somebody to front on, I will always try and still draw it a little bit 3/4, so I can try and get this overbite in. It's very hard to do that with just a front on view. So let's just sketch away then. Let's try and give us some sort of hairline. Remember, I'm sort of copying off this one, but I'm doing it a bit more 3/4 view, so we're going to come over a bit more, and we're just going to very loosely build it up as we go, like that. Okay, your ears are going to sort of be about there. So if that's her hairline then, and I want the middle bit to be the next biggest part, so let me just put some circles where I want our eyes to be. Okay, I think we can push that even more. Doing like a sort of tipped over egg. If I sort of do that for 3/4 views, I'll build up the shape of her eye off that. Let's just get these eyebrows in. And I don't even care about going off the side of the head. I'm going with the flow and letting the pen do the talking. Nose by there. Again, it's all very loose because I will probably use my liquify tool, go back in and tidy up and get some things back into the proper proportions. I'll say that again, proper proportions. Right, so this is the mouth. Let's have a little look and see how it looks. It's not too bad. I think while I'm here, I'm just going to push this overbite a bit more. You know, it's all going to be petite and cutesy. I think I'm actually going to do the teeth more prominent as well. Something like that, and I'm just going to try and build the shape of her eyes now, so they do come down to a point like so, and they are directly up to the top eyelid there. And I'm doing the same on this side, just going straight across and looking across on hers, and then I'm just going to do the corner of the other eye. So I do these sort of silly eyes because I used to draw them all, you know, very detailed and great, and I found it was making my pictures look a bit flat and a bit stiff and portraity. I wanted them a bit more cartoony, so that's kind of where I come up with the big ball eyes. Right, so one mistake I made the eyes a bit too big, and now the distance is a bit all over the place. We haven't got that big head, have we? So I'm going to have to, whoops, that's not automatic. I'm going to have to shrink all these features down, and I'll do so like so. I'm just trying to figure out. I mean, I want to keep that head as the biggest part, don't I? But I still want a bit of a chin. Yeah, about there. Just draw rough in back some hairline again. And sketch in a bit of that there again as well. Okay. So that's okay. The features okay. Probably push these eyes a bit further if I wanted to be a bit more funny. So I could probably make them a bit even just a touch larger and a bit wider too. I think I'll leave the eyebrow there. I'll just push the eye over a touch more. You know, just for humour. Yeah, maybe this nose and mouth could just come up a touch. We'll have a look at this mouth, see if we can just make it a bit bigger. And I just want to shrink this bottom part, because remember I said I does it in like 3, so this bottom part below the nose, I want it a bit smaller because it's a bit equal to the middle area. So I'm just gonna shrink it up. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. Draw that neck back in. She's got like a slip-on dress. Okay. Right, now I'll just go over this with some sort of ink of some kind. This will do. Yeah, that'll do. And try and see if I can refine some details as I go. I'm just going to pop some silly eyelashes in right away. I want to keep the roundness. And the fullness of those lashes. Probably just put a little line there. I'm not going to be too pedantic, so I'm just going to loosely draw some circles in there. And I'm going to have a go at those eyebrows, so they're just curved on the bottom and pointed at the top. Try again, just curved on the bottom and then pointed on the top. The nose, I mean the nose is a little bit of nothing, so I'm just gonna keep it at that, nothing. Right, this mouth needs to be improved. A bit of a dimple in her chin, very small. spheres never really bother me. I just do the same sort of set spheres for every single person I draw, just unless it's something really striking. Now I just need to shrink it down a touch because I want to extend that head a bit. So like so. Just rough in some sort of ugly hand because I'm not very good at doing hands. And rough in some shoulder. And then I'll try and get this bit of material there, and then we can come up for the neck. Finish off her hair. And we can extend that neck down, go even skinnier. That looks like all hair this, so we'll go with that. We shall go with that. We'll have a look in a minute and see how we're looking. Bit of collarbone coming through. Obviously it's going to look different when I get rid of this shadow layer. There we go. Yeah, it's not too bad. Got some sort of guide there to colour in now. I'm going to quickly colour it in. I'm just going to grab a colour of her tone and adjust it. I want a real pale colour. I'm thinking even more pale, like that. I'm just going to colour that in really loosely with the selection tool. Not even bothering with going right to the edges because I'm just going to call it rim lighting. What a cop out. I'm going to feather it just a touch, just yeah, 2. Let's try 2. I don't want it to be too sharp. Okay, and now I'm just going to continue and clip and mask, block in the rest of her colours, just the basic colours. And I'm going to get my sketch layer back on to help me out. It's never that easy using the selection tool to do curved, rounded spheres and stuff. It's quite tricky actually. And it can look quite clunky sometimes, but I'm going to feather it out. So hopefully I can get away with it. You'll see, I'm going to feather it to 3. It should be okay. Let's have a look. Yeah, maybe a touch less on the green. Just wanted it to counter against the sort of skin. Maybe I need to go a little bit more towards yellow because it's a bit pinky, isn't it? Right, that'll do. Let's just quickly do some lips while we're here. Let's give her this bright pink lipstick, red, whatever colour it is, and feather that as well to 3. Okay, let's grab a colour because we don't want to spend all day doing this, do we? If I cut around that, I won't have to colour it. By there, so we'll go and close that bit off. We'll continue down and around. Like so. Right, let's close that off. That's the hair done. Okay, job done. Then let's do the orange of the dress. Now, when I colour pick from photographs like this, if I haven't got time, I'll just sort of pick. But I'm picking kind of the colour of the light part. So, you know, there rather than there. Because, well, I'll show you now. I don't really I don't add light really. So this will be my light. I'm going to add a multiply layer and cut out my light, which is a bit different to what a lot of people do. Forgot to feather that, but never mind. Okay, that's the base colours. And now I need some shadow. So I'm going to go above again. Multiply layer, clipping mask, and let's just say she's outdoors. So I'm just gonna give her a blue. The colour of the shadow is gonna be the colour of the environment mainly. So kind of where I'm going with that. And now I'm gonna cut out with the selection tool the light, which is coming from, well, it's coming from a bit of everywhere, but mainly over here. So I'm just going to cut out some parts of the multiply layer. Look, see, and that instantly creates our light. Like so. Now, if I was sort of spending time on it, I would probably go in and smooth up some of these cuts that I'm making, but I'm not going to bother with that. Just cut in a bit of light, like so. Just some simple stuff for the fingers. And then of course, what it's going to do, look, it's going to cut back to my original colours which I picked, which were the light colours anyway, so hopefully it works. Bit of light on this earring. And we have some light on the eyes too. Right, let's have a look at that. So, I mean, I could either delete, I'm just going to feather it a bit, 3 maybe, and I'm going to delete with a soft brush. I'm just going to cut back in my bottom layer. underneath that we can add some glow. So very desaturated because it's already saturated the add mode. I'm just gonna glaze in some glow. Some glow like so. Okay, now we can get our darkest darks in. I like to go a little bit more saturated for these. And I'm just going to round the eyes there. I was so lazy I wasn't even going to close that off then, but I did, so well done me. Okay, there's a bit of a shadow on that collarbone. Let's glaze in some of that. Really pressing softly I am, just to get the shape so I can see what's what. And then I'll go harder on certain parts. I forgot to feather that as well. Never mind, it will do. I think I'm going to desaturate this multiply layer. It's a little bit too blue. I'm gonna desaturate it. Yeah, that's better. Okay, let's have a little play with the eyes. Actually, we could do a little subsurface scatter while we're here with overlay. We could just glaze in a little bit of pinkness just to give her some life. She looks a bit grey. See, it just gives a little extra, and we can also use this for subsurface scatter and bounce light too if we want to. So the bounce light, I'm going to obviously have blue. See how bright that is, that'll do. Blue in those eyes. And now we can try and correct those eyes with some more details. Okay, we need to go above the pencil layer. go really bright pink for this rather than white. This will do. Now what I want to do is just make those eyes a little bit whiter, because I'm just going to delete some of this multiplied layer just to bring some of these eyes forward so they're sort of coming out, bulging out. So just kind of, you know, creating a ball shape like so. A little bit more darkness around the tops of these eyes. I'm on the wrong brush. I want more. And while I'm at it, I may as well finish off her eyebrows. Overlay layer, subsurface scatter on the ears, I forgot. She's still looking a bit blue. I think it's because I did her so pale. If I maybe give her a little more saturation, she might start to come to life a little bit more. We might get her back to life after all. Or we could just do a little trick, which is this. Clipping mask still. I'm going to set this to coloured burn, and I'm going to literally, it's going to look silly for a minute, but I'll tone it down. I'm going to give her some life like this. Thinking not colour burn, let's go back to overlay. Again, just all adds to the variety. Add some pinks to this, I think, just for interest. There we got that. I'm gonna blur it together a touch like so, and I'm probably not gonna, oh that looks quite cool, but I'll turn it down. Too much. Yeah, just a touch. And once I've got all that, I'm gonna snap those lot together. That didn't work. Let's see why that didn't work. It's probably, I mean, the overlay layers are fine. That should be fine. That's the one that's struggling. Okay, stay there. No drama. I'm just going to get the old liquify out now and change anything of that think looks a bit wrong, so I might flip the canvas and then get my liquify out, and I might be able to see, and you can see it kind of adds humour to it when you see how glaringly bad it is from the other view. But this is the problem, it's not grabbing all of them, is it? Oh, I haven't got that one selected. Push this nose out a bit more, and this lip. I don't want to make it too perfect because it's going to start to look a bit boring, and I quite like the wonky eyes. If anything, I'll push this a bit more. Quite like the wonky eyes. And now, when we bring it back, it should look better. So let's look at that. And that's what it was. If I undo, nope, not working. Oh, there we go. No. So that's what it was. That's what it is. That's about it. The rest would just be tinkering for no reason at all. I may just give her some more eyelashes just because she obviously has great eyelashes. Thank you very much for watching. This is, I can't remember her name, the lady on the chest picture. Cheers guys.